you realize you really just want to control the controllables.
Right.
Okay? The only controllable you have is your word, your behavior, these kind of things. So now let's take it from Stoic philosophy and bring it to investing. As investors, when we buy a company, it's not really up to us what happens to the stock after we bought it. Okay? What's up to us is our research process, our analysis. What's up to us is our reaction to the news. Have you been rational or not rational?
You know, one of the most important sections in that book is your Stoic philosophy.
Yeah.
I mean, why is it important? I mean, I thought that being a Stoic is important for an investor. I think we've all grown up reading Warren Buffett newsletters, and I think when I was younger, I couldn't appreciate when he used to say that this business is more about your emotional quotient, not as much about your IQ. So, in a way, I thought when you spoke about Stoic philosophy, it was about accepting things as they are and still moving on. So can you just tell us more about Stoic philosophy and how do we connect that back into investments?
Okay, so Stoic philosophy. So when you have these two words together, they're a little bit intimidating. Philosophy is just all it means is a love of wisdom. That's all it is. So it's and Stoic philosophy is a philosophy that came from ancient Greece about 2,000 years ago. And there are basically three Stoics which philosophy is built on. Epictetus, who was a slave, Marcus Aurelius, he was the emperor of Rome, and Seneca, who was kind of the Renaissance man before, 15 centuries before Renaissance. You know, he was a playwright, he was a senator, he was an investment banker, many different things. And when I read Stoic philosophy, I was blown away by this. Why? Here's why. The way I look at it, it's an operating system for life. So what happens when we are born, we come with hardware and very little software. And as we age, our operating system is written by a lot of random factors, by our parents, by our friends, by circumstances, by books we read. And our operating system, kind of the way we approach life, is kind of a hodgepodge of our different experiences. What Stoic philosophy did for me, it kind of gave me a framework through which to look at life. And one of the most important frameworks, and that's the one you were alluding to, is dichotomy of control. And as you will see, it applies to investing as well. The Epictetus basically said there are some things that are up to us, some things aren't. Mm-hmm. I know that's not earth-shattering, okay? But then he defines what is up to us. Up to us is basically our behavior, okay? How we react to things. Everything else is not up to us. When you drive to work and there's green lights, you hit green lights, it's not up to you that there are green lights. I mean, the red lights. But it's up to you how you react to that. Your wife is not kind. Well, your wife or husband is not happy with you. It's not up to you. Okay. What's up to you is how you react to your spouse's behavior. And so once you start looking through life this way, it's actually you find a lot of peace of mind in this. Okay, because you realize you really just want to control the controllables.
Right.
Okay, and the only controllable you have is your word, your behavior, this kind of things. So now let's take it from Stoic philosophy and bring it to investing. As investors, when we buy a company, it's not really up to us what happens to the stock after we bought it. Okay, what's up to us is our research process, our analysis. What's up to us is our reaction to the news. Have you been rational or not rational? And I'm going to deviate a little bit, and I want to talk about EQ and IQ,
right?
Okay, because I think this is a very important concept. So when we buy companies, we always ask ourselves a question. When we look at this company, what is our IQ when it comes to this business? How well we understand the business? But also, what is my EQ when it comes to the business? And our EQ is going to be our IQ when it comes to business, and EQ is going to be different from company to company. I'll give you an example. I have a friend who is a brilliant money manager. And one of his first investments, he lost money on a grocery store. And a while back, I was talking to him about it. He said, don't talk to me about grocery stores because I lost money. My EQ is going to be very low. Okay, so this is the person realized, so yes, he understands the business of grocery stores, but he knows when he owns it, his EQ is going to be low, and therefore, now this is a very important formula. What is your total IQ? Is your EQ times your IQ. Now, your IQ, let's say, is 150, okay? But your EQ cannot be greater than 1.
Right.
Okay, so if your EQ when it comes to grocery stores is 0.5, means your total IQ is 75.
Right.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how well you understand the business. If you're going to buy high and sell low, then it's even...
Basically, buy businesses where your EQ is as close to 1 as possible.
Exactly.
Which in a way means that try and basically operate in your circle of competence. You ought to be knowing things very well before investing. If you don't know things very well, then your EQ will slide less than 1 and you'll end up selling them at the wrong time.
It's almost like you have to know 2 circles of competences. Your IQ circle of competence and your EQ.
Sure.
Okay, so, but you're absolutely right. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn more about life, classical music, philosophy, and investing, make sure to subscribe to my articles and visit investor.fm. Thank you.